Welcome to a short introduction film based on the Joomla website that is made for AST USA. My name is Jan and I'll take you through the website in a few minutes. I hope it won't be too long. If you have any specific questions, just let me know via email, then I will answer it. It's no problem. Well, this is the website. It's the front page. Before I really get into your website, I think it's wise to show you something about Joomla, explain how it works. In order to do that, I created a little picture. Well, this is how I see Joomla works. Joomla is very basic. It consists of a file system, many files, together with a database, and all information that is used on the website is stored into the database. Joomla is very basic. It only consists of a bunch of articles, contacts, menu or menus, multiple, and users with different user roles. It also has web links, but since we don't use the web links, I grayed it out. If you really want to create a nice website, you have to install a template, maybe install different languages. We don't really use it, so I can make this gray as well. And you have to install external software. The external software I made purple. There's these three, and external software comes into three kinds of types. You got the components, you got the modules, and you got the plugins. The plugins, they're not that important, so I'm going to do that later. Components and modules are important because they come into the website. Those are the things that make the website, you could say. Before I go to the CMS, I want to show you something about a template. As I said before, this is a template and it consists of a lot of things, as you can see. Well, how does that work? A template consists of several module positions. Each position has its own name. You got the main menu, the header bottom, sidebar, main body, and yeah, you just put something there on a certain position, tell it where on which pages it should pop up, and then it all works. That's basically how it works. What you need to know is if it comes to external software, that the components are always shown in the main body in this position. Modules, however, are shown on different module positions. That's why they're called module positions. Well, back to here. So you got the components, the modules, and the plugins. If you're looking for something, that's why really I'm showing this to you, then you have to find out, hey, where is it? If it's presented here, you have to look into the components. If it's presented somewhere else in the template, then it's always a module. Okay. Now let's go to the CMS. Here's the URL that we use currently. Just type in administrator in the back and then we'll go in. I'll show you. This is the administrator. Log in and you're there. Okay, what I want to show you first is the basic Joomla system. Here, the users. It's very easy to create a new user. Just do it like that. What you need to know about the users is if a possible client registers, they automatically get the role registered. With this role, they are not able to log in to the administrator, but they are able to log in on the front side of the website. so they can look back their order history and stuff like that. um, a different role, a role you are using, is the super user role. That also allows you to enter the CMS in the administrator and make all the changes you want. You get to see the same things I see as the developer. Here are some extra parameters that you can use. You can already say, okay, if this user logs in into the backend, then you have to use the Dutch language or maybe the English language. So those are the parameters, and some user information. That's all you need to know about that, I think. Then we have the articles, the contacts, the menu, and the users. The users you can find here, the menus you can find here. This one's the important one, the main menu. I think that will be the one you will be using. It's the only one that's really visible. And the main menu is shown here. This is the main menu, the orange, this one. If you go to it, you see the tree, it's the same as on the website. Okay. Then you get the contacts. We use the contacts we use for the dealers. Components, contacts. Here they are. Just put them in the right category. This is this column. And I think you already know how that works. Okay, and then we have the articles. They're on the article manager. Here you can find all the articles. And yeah, you can just edit it. You see there's an editor already installed. And what the editor does is just basically convert whatever you type into HTML, which you see here. This goes automatically, so you don't really have to be in there, but if something goes wrong, you can always check and see if the HTML maybe is the cause of things. Well, this is all you need to know about the articles, I think. There's some buttons under here. The plugins, so I will get into that later. This one's important. We use it. And the read more is important. You can see here. Okay, that's for that. That's the articles. So now we have covered the basic Joomla system, and we'll get into the external software. Well, let's take a look at the external software. You got the components, the modules, and the plugins. And the components and the modules are the most important, and the plugins the least important. So I'm going to show you this first. Go to the administrator in the CMS, extension, plugin manager, and you see a complete list of a lot of plugins. You don't really have to remember this, they work on the background, and it's most of the time a matter of putting in a certain syntax into an article. For instance, if I open this YouTube plugin, with this code, with this syntax, you can import a video from YouTube into an article, and this is the video code, a specific video code. If you go to YouTube, you take a look at a video and you see that code over here. Just use this one, and this video will be important as we speak. Okay. Just do it like this. and put it like that. Okay, okay, just like that. I'm gonna search for it. There it is. But we don't really use it, so I'm gonna depublish it, trash it, little like that. Okay, so that's the plugins. Another one I want to show you is the Module Anywhere plugin. It's this one. If you are in an article, I already told you that if you look at the module positions, modules are never shown into the main body, but they always appear into a different module position. Well, with the Module Anywhere plugin, there's a trick to put a module not into a module position in the template, but to use it in an article, in the main body component. That's what it does. So if you have an article, you can also see this button over here. You can go to the list of all the modules and say, okay, I want the text for the springs to show. XXX test module. Oh, module. Look for it on the website. And here's the text that I selected. Here, text springs. Okay, so you don't have to really remember any syntax, you can just use this button. That's it for now for the plugins. Well, let's take a look at the modules. As I told you before, if it comes to modules, two things are really important. To each module you have to say on which position that it should be in, and you have to tell it on which pages it should be shown, on which menu items. I'm going to show that. Besides that, each different module has its own specific parameters. If I look at the website, I'm just going to pick a module, a nice module, for instance, the slideshow. You have to go to extensions, module manager, and say, oh, that's a big list. Okay, I want to edit the slideshow. I just search for it. That's the slideshow. The important things are the position. You have to select the position. The template we're using is GK Storebox. So here are all the positions you can use for the GK Storebox template. If you want to develop, again, this picture is easy. And you just, well, I know it from the top of my head. So, okay. So here the position, very important. And here the menu assignment. In this case, the slideshow only has to be presented on the home page. So I say only on the pages selected. And here are all the menus we have. The main menu is the one we use, and you see only the home page is selected. Here you can find the module specific parameters. Important one for this one, only one you will be using, is what kind of slides it will be showing. And you can edit it, add a new slide, for instance. If you want to know what to put in there, just look at one of the previous ones. This is HTML. If you don't know how this works, just go to an article, type the text. You can change that kind of here. This one I want heading 4. Go underwater, toggle editor, and here it is. Just copy this into that and you're all done. This is the URL that it will go to once you press on the slide. The title, only for your reference. This is the text that is shown here. That's basically it. So that's what you need about modules, what you need to know. Basically it's very easy. If you're looking for it and want to change something, just go take a look at the title. For instance here, AST shock absorbers. You want to change that, just look for it in the module manager. Oh, sorry. AST, which one was it? Shock absorbers. And there it is. You can open it. There's nothing much to change, maybe on which pages you want to present it. Close. Well, and that's, I think, what you need to know about the modules. And besides the fact, the trick which I showed you before with the module anywhere, that you can put it into an article. That's really how you build the complete website. Okay, that's it for the plugins. Well, let's take a look at the last part of the introduction video, the components. What you need to know about the components is that they always appear at the same module position, and that is here in the main body. With each component that is installed, a new menu type will be available, and I will show you that too. So let's go to the CMS. The components you can find here. There are just a couple of components that are used in the site, so that's easy for you to know them. That is the DJ image slider, this one. It's product information, this tool. If you put in more images, it just spins around at the same pace as the slideshow does. We got the RS Form Pro, that's used for the forms, for instance the service form. Here, it's pretty straightforward. You can find all the forms here. Here's the service request. And put it in English. Here you find all the possibilities, text box, text area, all the kind of fields you can put in. Just press here in order to change it. And just have a look at it with the parameters. This is the complete form. Here's some more properties. For instance, the emails that are sent. And well, yeah, that's about it. Just have a look at it if you want to change it. If you don't, if you have any questions, just let me know. And there's also all the forms that are submitted. For instance, the service requests you can find here as well. So if you lose the email, it's always here. It's also in the database. And yeah, the most important one, the Virtuemart component, that's for the web shop. Before I go into Virtuemart, I want to show you the menus. You get different types. Well, let's go to, let me see, a different menu. Normally you use the main menu, but I want to test something, and because it's a live site, I will use a different menu. I will use the footer menu right here down below. Okay, I can change here to the footer menu. I can create a new one. I just call it test, and then I have to select what kind of type of menu. If I press that button, does it need to go to an article? Does it need to go to a Virtuemart product? Does it need to go to a forum? Whatever you want. So here are all the options you have. For instance, the form, this one, and you just have to say which form you want. You can also take another one, for instance, let me see, Virtuemart. This one. And you just have to say which product you want. Save. Press F5 if you have a normal desktop computer. That's it. And here it is. If you change it, you can also create a form, like I told you before. Service request, save it, press F5, that form is. You can also do an article. You have to select which article. That's the article. Okay. If you're looking for something and you want to change something, the easiest way, I'm going to change to the let me see, main menu. The easiest way is see how you get there via the website. So if you're somewhere, see how you came there. For instance, here you want to say you want to change this, and you don't know where to look for. Then you know I press the menu item product info. You go to the CMS. Here you see product info, and you see it's a single article, that kind of type. If you want to know more, you just press it. No, there's a lock in front of it. It's good that it happens. Now I'm going to explain how you get rid of it. This is there because the system thinks there is someone else also editing this article, but I know it's not the case, so I have to press check-in. Now it's available again. Okay, it's a single article, and I know the article is product information. I can see that. So I go to contact, article manager, search for the product information, and here it is. Here's the article that I want to change. Okay, that's for the menu, and an easy way to find whatever you want to change. Let's go to Virtuemart. Virtuemart is like a representation of a big closet with drawers in it. The drawers are the categories, product categories, and the products you have to put into the drawers in order to find them. The great thing about Virtuemart is that you can put one product into several categories. So if we take a look at the web shop, we see here the 5300 Audi A3 8B1. That probably is in two categories. Just look for it. Go to the products. There it is. Did I have the normal one? That's this one. You can see it's in two categories. In the 5300 series category and the A3 8B1 category. Okay, now I open one. And I'll quick look around. Here's the title. It's shown here. This is the SKU article number. Here the categories. You can just click your mouse in it and add another one if you want to. If you press Audi, it filters down all the Audi possibilities. But you don't need to do it because it's already okay. Here's the price. Here's the product alias. If you copy an article, then delete this like that, and the system will create a new one based upon the title. Does it automatically. This is responsible for the URL, what it says over there. Okay, here's the product description. What we did is the little trick with the insert module. We created a module manager. We created a modules which contains all the text. Here's module text 5300. Here. And this model just contains a lot of text, as you can see. Well, and there's a little bit more in order for the images we use. So if I take a look, then here's the text, and then here is the other one, text for the images. And the big advantage of this is that if you want to change the text, you just change it into the module over here, and then the text is adjusted in all the products. Otherwise you have to open and close every product in order to change text. Okay, product status is not really used, only the picture for the delivery time. You can change it on here, but it's okay, so you don't need to change that. Product dimensions and weight. Normally the weight is used to calculate the shipping cost, but in America we only use the flat rate, so this is not used. You can skip that. The product images. There's only one image here. You can add multiple images. Just delete this. Search for one. Save it. And it's there. If you look at the product, you see it's there. But maybe you just want to change it into the first image. Then you can click on it with your mouse, move it, save it again, press F5, refresh. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to save this as well. Then that's changed. Okay. You can delete an image doing this. Save it again. There it is. Okay. Then the last tab, the custom fields. As you can see in the product, you got several options you got to choose from: piston and the springs. You can find those here. And if a certain option is more expensive, just put in the extra cost over there, and you can add text like this. Okay, do it nice. Test. Pick it up with your mouse. Save. There it is, and the price is also adjusted. We don't need that, so 180. This one is going. Chupa. Here you can see the related products. If someone would put this into their cart, then here the related products are shown, and you can just enter a title and it will filter automatically. Just put it like that, and you can change it again like that. Okay, that's it for the products. One last thing before the video ends. You got the orders over here. This is important. If somebody show cart and they want to check out, here it is. Here you can see the coupon code. I have to log in first. Okay. I can select the payment. And once the payment is complete, the status of the order is changed automatically. You can also change the status, so you know before when it's refunded, when you have shipped it, and you can also notify the shopper when you changed it. You can just press it here, change it, and update order status over here. This is one I did, so I'm gonna change this here too. You can put in a delivery date if you want to. You can also change this manually. Do some editing over here. That's about it. Most people forget to update the order statuses. I think that's important because once people have logged in, they can always go back to their orders, my orders over here, and see the order status. This is what I see. Okay, that's it for now. If you have any more questions, just let me know and I will get back to you.